fuel sale, huge savings on over 20,000 used cars. It's been a smooth season so far for Birmingham City.
And on the follow-up, Stansfield puts it in.
Birmingham are on the rise again with great ownership, and we are hopefully on a collision course in, 2-3 years' time, that we can have the good times back with the rivalry and the derby.
And Horsfield's taken it away from the goalkeeper. It's 2-0 to Birmingham City. A league double over their local rivals. Hospitality Weeks will be interesting at the moment. They'll be even more interesting now, because Iwata volleys one in from 25 yards. Birmingham 3, Wrexham 1.
Yes, 9 months ago, the Blues were in despair, relegated to the third tier of English football for the first time since '95. However, things have gone well in League One, and fans are dreaming of an instant return to the Championship, and maybe even more with the club back with Tony Wagner and the NFL legend Tom Brady. Gabs, in a serious note, you'd like to see Blues back in the big time, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I do get some stick for it sometimes, because I always say I want them to come back to the Premier League, because there's no point in being in League One. You want the local derbies. From playing in them out, I'd love to go and work at one and be like, oh, you're going to St Andrews or Villa Park for a Villa Blues game. I wanted them in the FA Cup when the draw was made. It's good for the city as well. You want the local derbies. There's no good Birmingham City, a club of that size, being in League One. Remember
scoring the cup against Birmingham St Andrews for Ipswich. Header as well, rare header.
Yeah, but it shows as well, Al, that the club's in a better place now. More attendances are getting higher and higher, so they're in a good place.
Well, what about the weekend? They've got Newcastle in the cup.
Yeah, big game. At home as well.
They could shot them, couldn't
they? Exactly, yeah, definitely.
Delighted to say we're now joined by manager Chris Davies. Chris, a very good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Chris.
Morning, Gabby.
Morning, mate.
Chris, you've got to be delighted the way things are going here. It's still a long way to go, a lot of games to play, a lot of points to play for, but at the moment, fingers crossed, things are going well.
Absolutely, yeah. We've had a strong season so far. Obviously, we've got 20 odd games to go, so still a long way to go. But looking back at the start of the season and all the kind of ambitions that we had, we've had a good start, strong start in the league. We're still in the cup, EFL Cup as well. So no, it's been excellent, and obviously our job now is to try and continue that.
Chris, I wanted to ask you, Birmingham City not lost since November the 23rd. 18-match unbeaten streak. The club's finances are in a better way. The attendances are back high. Is the club in a very good place at the moment?
I think it is. I think there's been a few clubs that have sort of big clubs that have had to take a step back to go forward again. And hopefully that's the case for Birmingham. Obviously, the owners have got great ambitions for the club and the city and everything that they're trying to do. That was one of the attractions of joining for me. So, yeah, we've been on a great run. It's just been great this season to have that winning feeling back at the club again. I always say to people, when I first joined the club, I was told on the first day by the historian that no club in English football had lost more games of football in the last 5 seasons than Birmingham. So they've been suffering a lot. The fans have been suffering a lot in recent seasons, and it's been great this year to get some wins and some momentum and a good feeling back. We pretty much sold out all our home games this season. So it's a good buzz around the club, and hopefully we're moving in the right direction.
Do you know, there's a little Celtic connection here, Chris, isn't there? With Big Ange and Brendan, who you've worked under.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've worked for Celtic for 3 years. Worked with Brendan, worked with Ange as assistant manager at Spurs. So know them both well, know Celtic very well. Great club, doing well themselves.
I'm just thinking as well, looking ahead as well, big game for Ange tonight. He could do with a change of luck, could do with the injury problems clearing up. They've got a 1-0 lead. It's not an easy place to go, Anfield, but they have that lead. Do you think they can hold on or knock Liverpool out?
I do. I think they absolutely can. What they've proven is that they can beat anyone on their day. They're getting a few players back now. They've signed a defender. And Ange is a great leader, a great man, and I'm sure that they'll have a big push tonight. They've got the advantage, which does matter. So hopefully they hold on to that and they can push on to the final and get that trophy that they're all craving.
I want to ask you as well, Chris, even my Villa connection, and I have banter around the city with even Birmingham City fans. I want Birmingham City in the Premier League. I want the local derbies. It's good for the city. It's good for the fans. The fans want it. And how important is it with the strikers you've got available? You look at, for instance, Jay Stanfield, 14 goals. Alfie May, 10 goals. How important have them two been to winning games?
Oh, absolutely. Very important. I mean, you look at Jay, and Jay's obviously been brought in as a bit of a headline signing, player of the season last season. He's still young, I think that's what I always remind people with Jay. He's 22, still a developing player. In any other context, you'd be saying, well, he's still developing. But he's come in with a lot of expectation, and he's met those expectations. Done very well with his goal return. Alfie May, also prolific goal scorer at this level, has done very well. So, and we've been good in that sense. And all the players have, we're a team that everybody wants to beat, when we go to any stadium, or they're kind of scalping the league. But the players have handled that well, and they've been up for every game. And my job is to keep them at it and keep pushing us forward for the rest of the season.
Well, Ipswich done it, Chris, didn't they? Division 1, Championship, now Premiership. That'd be great if Birmingham can follow that route. It's obviously difficult, the Championship. I'm looking there. Yeah. Leeds in another big win, but the chasing pack, it's a real tough league to get in, but getting out of the Championship's really difficult, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all the focus at the moment is, can we get out of League One? And we have to do the hard yards to do that. We've made a good start, and if we can maintain it and do it, then you're up to the next level. And we all know how hard the Championship is. It's a tough league. So many games, so competitive, and every team, more or less, every team bar 4 or 5 think that they can get in that top 6. So it's obviously a great run that Ipswich have gone on. We'd love to emulate that and get to the Premier League in the next few years. There's certainly an ambition from the owners, and commitment to do that. So, we're looking forward to that journey.
Chris, just finally, the weekend FA Cup. What sort of crowd we have? Birmingham against Newcastle.
Oh, it'd be sold out, no question. It'll be full stadium, and I'm sure the Geordies will make a lot of noise as well, and it'll be a great atmosphere, great occasion.
Listen, Chris, we wish you all the best, at the weekend and for the rest of the season, mate. I'm sure you're going to do it, and we'll see you next year in the Championship.
Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Gabby.
Cheers, Chris Davies there. So, doing a great job.
Seems a nice fella, doesn't he?
Doing a great job. I didn't realise he played all under Ange and Brendan.
Yeah, worked under them.
Worked under them, sorry, because I think finish was it 19?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I think it is, though. Al, imagine, for instance,